Poetics by Aristotle is the earliest surviving work of Greek dramatic theory. Let us discuss the main contents of this book in today's class.
Introduction to Poetics. Aristotle's Poetics is the earliest surviving work of Western literary criticism and dramatic theory, written in a lecture note format. It represents a systematic attempt to explain the nature, structure, and psychological impact of creative literature, with a primary focus on tragedy and epic poetry. Core concepts. 1. Imitation or mimesis. For Aristotle, all poetry is a form of mimesis or imitation. However, rather than a mere photographic copying of reality, he defines mimesis as a creative recreation of human action. Human nature. Humans naturally learn through imitation and derive pleasure from it. Universal truths. Poetry imitates not what has happened, which is the domain of history, but what may happen according to the laws of probability or necessity. Therefore, Aristotle famously states that poetry is a more philosophical and serious thing than history. 2. Catharsis or purgation. The ultimate psychological and aesthetic goal of tragedy is catharsis, though Aristotle does not define it elaborately in the surviving text. It is traditionally understood as the purging or emotional clarification of the dual emotions of pity and fear. By witnessing a tragic spectacle, the audience experiences an intense emotional arousal that ultimately leaves them balanced, cleansed, and intellectually enlightened. The 6 elements of tragedy. Aristotle defines tragedy as the imitation of an action that is serious, complete, and of a certain magnitude, rendered in embellished language. He establishes a strict structural hierarchy consisting of 6 formative elements, ordered here from the most vital to the least artistic. 1. Plot, mythos, serves as the absolute foundation and the soul of tragedy, representing the deliberate arrangement of incidents. 2. Character, ethos, defines the moral disposition, choices, and underlying motivations of the tragic agents. 3. Thought, dianoia, encompasses the intellectual themes, arguments, or deeper insights expressed throughout the play. 4. Diction, lexis, involves the actual choice, delivery, and arrangement of words and metaphors. 5. Song, melos, constitutes the musical element of the performance, primarily delivered by the collective voice of the chorus. 6. Spectacle, opsis, refers to the visual staging, costumes, and special effects, which Aristotle considers the least artistic element of dramatic poetry. Characteristics of the ideal plot. Because the plot is the structural backbone of a tragedy, Aristotle dedicates substantial analysis to its proper construction. An ideal tragic plot must be 1. Unified. It must possess a clear beginning, middle, and end, where every event follows logically from the previous one via cause and effect, the unity of action. 2. Complex. A superior plot moves beyond a simple linear decline and includes specific structural turning points. 3. Peripeteia. Reversal of fortune, a crucial shift where the action veers around completely to its opposite. Example: when the messenger arrives to comfort Oedipus, but inadvertently reveals his true identity. 4. Anagnorizes. Recognition, a shift from ignorance to knowledge, producing love or hate between the persons destined by the poet for good or bad fortune. 5. Pathos. Suffering a destructive or painful action, such as death on the stage, bodily torment, or wounding, the tragic hero and hamartia. To evoke the required pity and fear, the protagonist must be carefully constructed. 1. Moral stature. The hero cannot be entirely good, as their downfall would shock and outrage us, nor thoroughly evil, as their demise would satisfy our sense of justice rather than evoke pity. 2. The compromise. The ideal hero is a noble, highly regarded individual who is essentially virtuous, but meets disaster due to hamartia, often translated as a tragic flaw, but more accurately described as an error in judgment. a miscalculation, or a fatal oversight. Legacy and impact. The influence of poetics on Western literature cannot be overstated. During the Renaissance, neoclassical critics rigidified Aristotle's observations into dogmatic laws, such as the three unities of action, time, and place, though Aristotle explicitly emphasized only the unity of action. Despite centuries of literary evolution, his foundational observations regarding narrative arc, character motivation, and audience engagement remain the bedrock of modern screenwriting and dramatic storytelling today.